And this is another thing I can't understand our politicians today. Why can't they understand that Palestine has always been the homeland of the Jew? But they sure don't act like it, do they? They act as though the Jew is the imposter. He is the, what was the term used after the Civil War days, the carpetbaggers and the squatters. That's the way they treat the Jew today. That's his homeland. You can't take that away. But God providentially uprooted them because of their unbelief, but at the same time, He uprooted them. What did He promise? I'm going to bring you back again. In my own time, I'm going to bring you back. All the Old Testament screams of that. And we should be able to be aware of it, that indeed God is still going to deal with His national people of Israel. But all right, winding up the program now. No, we got a little bit left. Okay. For the Jew first, and also to the Greek, and then verse 17. For therein, now I know I'm a stickler for language. What does the therein refer to? For therein is the righteousness of God revealed. I think it refers to the word salvation, because that's the primary word in verse 16. So in that salvation, in that all-inclusive word, is the righteousness of God, what? Revealed. Unveiled. Not man's righteousness, not Israel's righteousness, not some denomination's righteousness, but God's righteousness is revealed. How? From faith to faith. That's the only way God can deal with the human race, is on the basis of faith. And so then he concludes that statement, quoting from the Old Testament, I think it's from the book of Amos, the just shall what? Live by faith. You know, that's what Martin Luther finally came to the conclusion. And again, he was cloistered in a Catholic monastery, and then all of a sudden the light shone in, and what did Martin Luther conclude? The just shall live by faith, not by works, not by religion, not by ritual, by faith. And so that became then his great theme of the Reformation, the just shall live by faith. And I think Christianity has come close to losing it again. We're all wrapped up in works and materialism and do this and do that. What the program for this and a program for that. And we're losing the whole idea that the just shall live by faith. Now, those of you who have been hearing me teach over a period of time, you know I have one clear-cut definition for the word faith. What is it? Taking God at His word. That's all faith is. Taking God at His word. Well, in the minute or so we have left, let's go back and look at the Scripture's own definition of the word. Go back to Hebrews. Because I don't want anyone to ever think that I just pull this stuff out of the woodwork. Hebrews chapter 11, the great faith chapter. Hebrews chapter 11, beginning with verse 1. Now faith is the substance, it's the very core, it's the epitome of things hoped for. It's the substance and the of evidence, things not seen, things that you can't touch, things that you can't see. There's only one way you can comprehend it, and that's how? By faith. What does God say about it? Verse 2, for by it the elders, that is the Old Testament saints, obtained a good report. Now verse 3, through faith, by taking God at His word. What God says, we're settled on it. That through faith we understand and know that the worlds, the universe, were framed by the Word of God. See that? By the Word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. We're dealing with the invisible, and the only way we can comprehend the invisible is how? By faith.